Good afternoon. My name is Eli Pinkerton, and today I'm going to be talking about my writing portfolio, what I learned in this semester, and the main ideas that connect all of my work. My portfolio includes different types of writing, like literary analysis, song analysis, connections between books, movies, and different types of art. One thing I learned is that even though these are all different forms of media, they all kind of share the same themes about human behavior and how we make decisions. One of my main assignments was the essay that I wrote about Hamlet, where I focus about the dangers of overthinking. I learned that overthinking can cause anxiety and kind of halt us from making decisions. Like in the play, we see Hamlet thinking instead of acting, and this leads him to miss important chances and eventually making worse decisions. This showed me that This kind of made me realize that overthinking isn't just this topic that Shakespeare covered in the play, but it's something that we struggle with daily as people. And another important idea that I explored is how people's identities are shaped by how others treat us. In my connection between the song Creep by Radiohead and Frankenstein, I explain how rejection and isolation can change how someone sees themselves. The creature in Frankenstein starts out kind and compassionate, but because everybody judges him based on his looks, he begins to see himself as a monster and eventually acting like one. This taught me that the way other people view us impacts us and how we act, even if we don't want to let that happen. I also looked at the idea of hidden strength in my connection between the sculpture David and the movie Unbreakable. Both show that real strength isn't always obvious, but can come from within. And this connects to real life because people don't always realize when their own abilities right away. Another theme I worked with was the idea of home and belonging in my analysis in the song Home by Philip Phillips and the Odyssey. I explained how home isn't just a place, but it's the people you care about. Like Odysseus, he goes through all these trials and tribulations, but really he's just wanting to get back to his family, his wife, and his kid. It just shows how strong those connections really are. I also explored ideas about freedom and control, especially in my comparison of The Truman Show and The Story of an Hour. And I also covered the idea of standing up for what's right in Antigone and The Hunger Games. These works show that doing what you believe in is right, but it can be difficult and it can come with consequences. Like Antigone burying her brother when her cousin said not to. In conclusion, this portfolio has really helped me understand the different types of stories and how they're all connected through common themes. I learned how to think more deeply about what I read and how to really interpret things and then analyze the pieces that I'm looking into and how to connect these ideas to real life. Overall, I see literature as a way to better understand people and the world around us. Thank you.